Hey everyone, Dan here. Before we get into it, if you enjoy these videos, please hit the like and subscribe button. It helps a lot. And also keep in mind that these are my own thoughts, opinions, and ideas. These are not meant to be, nor should you take them as investment or trading advice in any way, shape, or form. Do your own due diligence, put in the work for yourself, and make your decisions based on that. I hope that you're enjoying the series. I'll put the link in the description below to the entire series if you'd like to catch up on any videos that you missed or start from the beginning. Enjoy. All right, folks, I wanted to pop in really quick and give an update here. We're just before power hour, and I'm not going to lock in my trades yet, but I want to get this out of the way. So this morning in the video, I picked up this $50 call option on AMC for $30. And right now it's trading over $400. A few minutes ago, it was up over $500. But because, and this is where it's super frustrating, because this account is so small, I have to try to limit my downside to a very, very small dollar amounts. And so what happened was I actually sold that call option for a loss today, and I'll show you why. If we look here on the 1 minute chart, so I bought this today. This is ridiculous. This is so frustrating. Last week I left about $200 on the table with Palantir, and now today I've left about $400 or $500, and that's why I just want to get this out of the way, and then I'll put it at the beginning of the next video because I want to have some distance between me airing out this frustration and me placing my trades for overnight, because it's just going to impact that decision. But anyway, this morning I had called out the price action moving down while that MACD was moving up, and taking that position as we were moving up here. And then we struggled a little bit, and I was watching it very closely, and my plan at the time was to sell if we broke through this 50 MA, because previously we had been holding above it, and even when it tested it, that's where we got some pretty big lift off. And so it tested it there. I didn't sell because it didn't break through, and then we came up a little bit further, and I noticed we were doing sort of the same thing again here. Some price action was coming lower while the MACD was continuing to move up higher. But then we had this big shoot down, and this is where I ended up selling out when it broke through this 50 MA. And so to that degree, I stuck to my plan. I lost about $5 in the trade. I sold it at $25. So congratulations, whoever bought that. You're the big winner today. And so it was a losing trade. I lost $5 on it, which in a $100 account, can kind of feel like a lot. But this account could be at $400, $500, $600 right now, and that's really, really hard to stomach. But I just didn't have. Speaking of stomach, I didn't have the stomach to hold through all of this downturn today, because I would have bought that up here, mid 37s, and I would have had to hold it down into the low 36s and just decided to hold and absorb that loss. Which if that option expires worthless, or if I hold it to the point where it's nearly worthless, then I lose $20, $25, $30 on it. That's 20, 25, or 30% of the entire account. So that's, to me, has been by far the biggest challenge of trying to get some momentum going on this $100 account. Is I was talking earlier today about using the ATR to let the trade breathe a little bit, to give it some flexibility to dip but not sell out too soon. But that's exactly the challenge with especially options trades, because there's that risk of going to zero. And so because of that, I don't feel like it was necessarily a panic sell. I was sticking to the plan of I want this to remain above the 50 MA. So it didn't feel like a panic sell in that sense. It just felt more like this is really, really the huge challenge, the big difficulty of growing a $100 account, is being so sensitive to losses that you don't let some trades breathe enough in order to have some big payoffs like I could have had today. So like I said, I just wanted to get that out of the way because I don't want to talk about that and then set my trades. This will give me about 30-40 minutes to just clear my head, and then I'll come back on and we can set up the trades for overnight tonight. But the signs were there, but I just couldn't stomach an $100 account losing, $20, $25. It has me questioning, and I don't have a great answer to this right now, if I should be slightly less risk adverse. I mean, as it comes out of my mouth, I want to say no, because also this account could go to zero so easily, so quickly. But something to think on. Had I been willing to part with that $20, $25, it would have yielded me $400 or $500. Now, the other side of that is that's probably the minority of the times that'll play out like that, right? Usually, if you're risking that 2025, there's a good chance that you're going to lose that 2025. So, it's a lot of money. It could have 4 or 5x'd the account in a day, and I think it's on the back of having Palantir do something similar last week where I left about $200 on the table. So in reality, had I let those both play out, this account could be very, very close to $1,000 right now in the course of like 3 weeks. So that's where, it's hard to let go of your lost opportunities. It's not even really losses, even though I did slightly lose on this trade. It's the lost opportunity really, really eats away. But part of what I wanted to get out in this series was how hard it is to just grow an account from a very, very small amount. And this is one of the big reasons why, because being so sensitive to small losses make it hard to grab the big gains. But then also just like all the psychological craziness that happens with trading and all of the ways in which that can really just sort of like play on your mind, and those lost opportunities really stick with you, and then not wanting to go in and revenge trade, not wanting to go in and just make bad decisions because you're in a frustrated mood. So I'm just sharing that for those reasons, because I'm sure folks go through similar things, and this is just to say we all go through them, but this is a really hard one to watch at the moment. But so it goes. All right, that's enough. That went far beyond explaining what happened and into a bit of complaining there. But I'm going to go so I can clear my head for about a half hour, and then I'll see you to set up the overnight trades. All right, everyone. So we're about 25 minutes before market close on Tuesday, August 24th. And we're going to forge ahead and not dwell on the past. So I'm looking here for some overnight trades to get me through the night. Tomorrow I'll have 2 day trades available. Is that right? Yeah, tomorrow I'll have two day trades available. Wow. Trouble speaking. But I was looking here at CMII just because, I mean, their volume is pretty atrocious for what I usually look for, but they obviously have had this big sell-off. I don't know if there's anything really going on, but what caught my eye was this pretty like sideways motion on the price action on the 30-minute chart, but the MACD coming up quite a bit. And getting near the baseline at the moment. So I don't know if this is sort of ramping up for a potential run or what the deal is there. Yeah, I mean, the order flow is not looking phenomenal. It's a lot of selling pressure for it to have a slightly green day, but maybe something to come back to. Actually, I need to keep this open because I need to know what the price of these stocks are. These are some that I had looked for that'll come out in my swing trade video tonight that I had taken some positions on that looked good on the daily. But a bunch of these are going to be out of my price range. But I thought I'd check and see if anything is looking good on a shorter time frame here. This one, the volume just appears as though it's not great. Yeah, volume is atrocious. I mean, which doesn't necessarily have to mean anything, but... Oh, this is out of my price range. Okay. Oh my goodness, look at this volume. 3.14 thousand. Yay. Wow, that's a nice looking 30-minute chart, though it's too late now. Looks like it wants to come down, but you never know what's going to happen overnight. Okay, nothing really jumping out to me here, besides that first one that we were looking at. Primarily looking for the MACD to be showing signs of crossover. See, like this is curling back down. This looks like it's gonna start building in some sell pressure. There's some divergence on the MACD. See, like this is the divergence that I don't want. This is moving relatively sideways for Palantir, but the MACD line is coming down. And so that'd be the opposite of what I'd be looking for. JMIA may be coming in for a bullish cross. It's struggling with this 1950 zone, which I had plotted in a JMIA video long ago as a stop loss. And as we know, or as you may know if you've seen a bunch of my other analyses, those areas or those zones that have previously been really strong support, which is why that was a stop loss, was strong support, then become very strong resistance. And so you see in the pre-market or overnight hours, is pre-market, it was hitting resistance there and then almost hit it again right after open. So, you know, there could be something left there. I mean, obviously not the best setup on the MACD. Also, this MACD coming down, predominantly down, even though it had this bit of a recovery, but now it's looking like it might have a bullish crossover. The thing that would lead me into that is sort of like what you saw back here, where you had the bullish crossover, but the important thing, I think, was that it was establishing over the 20 MA, which helped carry it up through the overnight hours. Now, it also had a bullish cross over the 200 MA, which we wouldn't get at this point. But could it, establishing over this 20 MA at this level, could it carry it through that 1950? That's, you know, certainly potential there. Okay, so maybe JMIA, maybe, what was that, CMII, CLII, one or the other? Me doing the weird things that it does. Tattooed Chef. Yeah, see this price action moving up, but this MACD and signal line coming down. Doesn't look phenomenal to me, though it is jumping up over the 20, which we saw here was a big thrust point for it, and back here as well. So maybe there's something there for Tattoo Chef. I mean, certainly it beat down all of the bearish momentum on the histogram. So that might be one to look at. These are some of my winners from today. I don't think I'll go back to them at the moment. QSI is pretty stretched. All right, there were a few new ones that I wanted to look at. So basically we were looking at Tattoo Chef, JMIA, and then maybe this CMII, though I'm pretty skeptical about it. I wanted to look again at Kara and see if that has any additional, you know, it's like come down to fill this gap, which it hasn't even quite done yet. Okay, I'm going to stay away from that. I was also wondering about BXRX. Is that the right? BXRX. Yeah. Very, very cheap, but had this crazy jump this morning, but I don't really know why. Yeah. Moving, but yeah. Yeah, this is like nothing, right? It's like it rose 48% in the pre-market after gaining 3% yesterday. They're really reaching for something to tie it back to. And then earlier in the month, it's almost the end of the month. It's August 24th. Hilarious. I mean, I can empathize with having to constantly come up with with content. I'm sort of in the same bucket. Sometimes you feel like you're really reaching for things to connect to. Um, looking for any historical precedent for like a run up, and then as you see, it's holding well above the 50. My question is, can it hop back above this 20 MA or not? And this also looks like it might be ready to roll over and throw a bullish cross. But I don't know if we have a good... I feel like this had run up previously. Okay. Huh. Okay. Oh, this one is relatively similar, but it's doing different things at the moment. Okay. This could be... this could be a play. It feels pretty chancy because there's not actually any news as far as I can see. And I don't know that I have anything else that I'm looking at the moment. Okay. Let me save this one for the moment to see what it's going to do. So essentially I have 102. I guess I could go back through some of my other common ones, see if anything. It's really overextended. I feel like on such a green day, so many are going to be so extended. I had mentioned yesterday the market being in easy money mode, and it really feels like it was today. I mean, not so much in these, you know, sort of macro, like the NASDAQ aggregating together, or even the S&P for that matter. But growth stocks, I mean, we're having a fantastic day. So, geez Louise. Okay, SoFi coming back down. All right, I think I'm going to throw at these things that I'm looking at based on the 30-minute chart. I really wish there was a faster way to zoom out on this Webull desktop app. Okay. On the off chances that this is going to pop off, CMII, BXRX. Let me double check if I'm actually going to take a Tattooed Chef and a JMIA. Okay. Let's grab a Tattooed Chef. One Tattooed Chef. And then let's double check the JMIA setup. Coming back down to test that 20 maybe. And now it puts this in question. Tattooed Chef just having the bullish crossover, so it's also a little bit sketchy. We'll see. It's already losing me a couple pennies. Look back and see what happened here previously. That candle's, yeah, it's definitely up over the 20. And it's in a bullish formation on the 30 minutes. All the MAs lined up in a bullish formation. So also it's been a while since that happened. I mean, that just happened in the overnight hours. So I guess, yeah, in the pre-market, it's solidified today. Okay. Give me one JMIA. All right, and then let's look at these weird guys. And how much do I have? 63. I think I'm going to leave some in cash just in case I don't want to ditch all my positions in the morning, but I see some plays that I want to jump into. Wait, what did I say? 60 something? Yeah. Okay. So maybe I'll take 2 of these. And then BXRX. Oh boy. Let's see if this can swing or not. This could be a sketchy after hours for me. What do I want here? 35-ish, something like that. Sure, $22. Oh, where's it going? Okay. Oh, for goodness sake, really? Okay, well, I can't even afford 100, so that takes that one out of play. I have $40. Okay, I don't want to be in any more on any of those. No. No. Oh, can't afford AMD. No. I might end up with quite a bit overnight then. What about something like Mara? What Tyrion ran today, huh? It's kind of bullish cross over this. Well, the MACD is really coming down though. Okay. Yeah, what about something like Mara in case Bitcoin wants to run? Should grab one of those. Okay. Market 1. Okay. Good cross there. Could get an additional bullish cross, the 20 over the 50. Now I know that this is just basically going off of basically going off of Bitcoin's activity, but I have had pretty good luck playing the chart on Mara in the past. So again, the degree to which that's just kind of reflecting what's going on with Bitcoin, I guess it's allowed me to kind of decipher that movement in some way, shape, or form. But all right, well, we're down about 1/4% or so at the moment. So we'll see what these do overnight. I mean, as we know, close can just get, like the close of the trading day can just get a little wonky. So we'll see what happens. But I hope you all had a good trading day. And I'm still feeling a little frustrated, but I'm certainly glad that I took that 20 or 30 minutes to chill before coming back in and hopping into some trades. So we'll see what tomorrow brings. 2 day trades left that I'll probably plan to roll out tomorrow and Thursday, unless there's really no setups, which doesn't seem likely. And then Friday, I just haven't found Friday to really be yielding very good day trades. Feels like people just kind of want to wind down the week and be done with it. So yeah, so that's the plan. We'll see. I'm still gonna try to get this account to 120 by the end of the week, but today really hurt, and such is the journey of trading, right? That's why we're here. That's why I'm recording this through the good, the bad, and the ugly, and the relatively indifferent, since we're basically just above where we started. But okay, I'll stop complaining. I appreciate you watching, and I will see you in the next video.